Hello. Oops, let me move my mic over here. Hello, hello, hello. This is Andy over at the Facebook Live TV show, and we're going to be going inside MimoLive and talking about a few things in here. If you want to join me, try to use that link. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that I've been having trouble with Blue Jeans. The app is not my friend. Now, I know they say the app is supposed to be more stable for Blue Jeans, but I have had more than my fair share of app problems. I could not connect a moment ago because it just would not connect. It said it was broadcasting, and then when I would look, it was not broadcasting. Hey, Jason P. Jordan, it looks like you may be on. I can't tell. Let me let me just check over here. We're going to be going inside MimoLive here just a little bit because I want to show you a few things that are going on, because now I know there are a few of you that are using it and using the virtual camera and all that kind of stuff. So I want to let you know that that they did, as far as I can tell, they did get the plugin fixed. So the plugin now is working with the updated version of MimoLive that came out last week or the week before. Oh, good. So I am on. All right. So your Blue Jeans giving you problems again? Yeah. Jason P. Jordan, you just cracked me up. All right. So to be able to do this, I'm going to share the screen in Blue Jeans. Now, normally with MimoLive, I share my screen within MimoLive, but I don't want to have that whole, that multi-screen thing go on to infinity type of thing happening. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to experiment here a little bit. I've never done it this way. Strangely enough, I don't think I've ever shared my screen on Blue Jeans. I've always only shared my screen, I think, in MimoLive. So this will be a first. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the inside of MimoLive, because I want to share a couple things with you that are important to know, especially when you go to use the iPhone connection so that you can use it. I tried to connect my iPad Pro, and for some reason it did not want to connect to my iPad Pro. So I'm going to send a support ticket to MimoLive and ask them why, because it has connected in the past. Today, for whatever reason, it's not connecting to my iPad Pro. So I am going to show you the iPhone, because there is some things you need to know about the iPhone. I'm also going to be talking about, when you're using an intro, what it is you need to know about the audio resources in the stack for using an intro into your show. All right, I'm sorry. I'm looking over here on my other screen because I want to check. Oh, darn it, refreshed. All right, come on, work with me, baby. I just want to see. I saw Dean Renfro was on, and Jason P. Jordan, of course. I just said if he would get green jeans, he would solve all of his problems. Thanks. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here and see if I can get this right. I want to use MimoLive. Oh, I see what's happening here. No, I don't see what's happening. Hold on. It is not seeing that I have clicked over on the other screen, so it's sharing that one instead. Stand by. I'll get this running properly. Now I have to maybe refresh. Let me cancel. Let me share again, see if it picks up my other screen. Do I have to move MimoLive over there? Hold on. Your entire screen. Hold on. It's not showing MimoLive. Oh, I see. I'm going to have to use this one. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to have to test and make sure that you guys are seeing the correct screen. Let me refresh. Because I have actually two monitors, I just want to make sure that it's showing MimoLive. So you're going to see my camera in MimoLive looks a little bit different than the camera you're looking for. That's because I connected to my Logitech in MimoLive, and so the Logitech is going to be a little bit of a different picture. It might be a little bit washed out. All right, hold on. Just making sure. I don't want to get through this whole training. I did that the other day. There we go. Good. All right. So I did a broadcast where I thought I was running live, but because do not use JVZoo affiliate links in your Facebook broadcast. because if you do, you won't go live. For whatever reason, Facebook Live thinks that that's some type of pirate evil link and will not let you go live with a JVZoo affiliate link in the subject, in the description of your Facebook Live. And it may not even let you create a post. You have to put a space and break up that URL in order for it to work. And so, but that used to work. I broke up with a space when I was trying to broadcast live, and it still, and I went for like 45 minutes to an hour thinking I was live. I wasn't, because I had a JVZoo affiliate link in there. All right, so here is the inside of MimoLive. Now I have a couple assets that I use, as many of you already probably are aware. You have your picture-in-picture, which when you go live, this picture-in-picture will normally show up. There we go. So that picture-in-picture, right? There it is. This picture-in-picture shows up because I have it over here in the stack. So this stack right here is where you have your assets. Over here on the far left are your sources. So I'm hoping you can see my cursor. Sometimes when you share a screen, it doesn't show your cursor, but you can see that that FX little thing in the corner of each one of the sources is changing. So this first row are your sources or assets. So this is where you would put your Facebook Live logo. You would put your MimoLive logo if you wanted to use a MimoLive logo. So if I wanted to change this picture-in-picture from my Zero to Hero logo, all I have to do is drag it over and drop it in that little square, and it'll change that logo up there. And of course, you can move this anywhere you want. And it's dynamic like that, and you can just grab a corner and then make it bigger if you wanted to, or make it really, really tiny. So it's pretty easy to use. You can make your window bigger like that, and it makes it easier for you to see what's going on, and you can just fix it however you want it, and then get out of that screen just by clicking outside of it, and it goes away. All right, so I'm going to get rid of that picture for right now. All right, and then this placer is what? What do I have in there? I have nothing in there. What was that? I was going to put something in there. Maybe. Oh, I see what I was going to do. Let me get rid of it so it doesn't mess up my order of the things I was going to do. All right, so station logo is, so you can have over here on the far right, you see I have the the Facebook Live logo up there. Just to show, I just add it there so people know for sure that I'm live on Facebook. And then the placer here is the main camera. And so that's where my main camera goes. And then your audio is set up differently. So you can have a different mic set up there, and that's giving you the audio wave, showing that it's actually picking up what it is that you are speaking into. All right, so I had to check. So to be able to do this in BlueJeans at the same time as I'm demonstrating MimoLive and having these assets working, is that I had to select a different camera. So I'm using my HD Pro webcam here. I could not use the same one I was using in BlueJeans because there would be a conflict, right? Or I couldn't use MimoLive because it would give me that infinity look of having the multiple windows going down. I didn't want that either. So I'm using two different cameras, and then the audio, I'm using the built-in mic in MimoLive. That way I'm not interfering with this mic here that I'm using so that you guys can hear me. All right, so just so you know, if you're ever trying to demonstrate to your audience inside another platform such as OBS or whatever other one there is, a Wirecast, you're going to have to use different assets if you don't want to have a weird look to your video. All right, so now if I'm going to add an intro, so I have an intro here, which I've created using an app on my iPhone, which I'll show you in just 1 minute. Well, I can't because I really can only show it to you on my iPad. So anyway, what I need to do is I need to add another placer. So you hit the plus button, it opens up this drop-down menu, and you're going to look for placer. And I save mine to the top because I use it often. So I'm going to create another placer, which goes right there. So right now you see that it has this letter A with a yellow background. That means it's waiting for you to drop an asset in. So you come over here to your sources, and this is a video source, and I'm just going to click on it and then drag it right over to that box, just like I did other stuff, and drop it. And there it is. So there it is running in the background. All right, so it's not showing up. All right, if I want it to show up, then all I do is click live, and it'll replace the picture that you're seeing here, the big screen, and now that will take its place, and there is that video. But when you're broadcasting just with that asset, you cannot hear that there's music there. Now, down at the lower right, it actually isn't, but over the lower right, sometimes it'll look like it's playing the music, but in actuality, it's not. That's because MimoLive wants you to add a separate audio source for that particular asset, that video. So you have to add, with a plus sign, another audio source. So that's right here. Do you see where it says audio only? And you're going to drop that right below your placer. That way you know that this audio belongs to that placer, or will in just 1 second. All right, so now you have to go down over here where it says source. Do you see right there where it says source? You're going to click on source and find your video. And here it is, Facebook Live TV show open. That's what I called this file. And you're going to click on that. So now you will, or the audience will be able to hear the audio once that is selected, and it'll play simultaneously. Now, I have not figured out, if any of you know how to get that to play, or you don't have to click on both, let me know, because watch what happens. I'll wait till it runs through. And I'm gonna refresh my screen over here just to make sure everything's still going well. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna come back to that in 1 second. Na, 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 na. Sorry, I'm just going to the Facebook Live. I got to click on this over here because I cannot see. I'm going to come back to that in 1 second. There we go. All right, I want to make sure this is running so that I can see exactly what it is I'm doing. Okay, so if I just click on this, see how the audio doesn't get selected, does not go live? As far as I know, they're still not hearing the audio unless I click on the audio to make sure it's playing at the same time. I don't know how to fix that, and I have not seen a way to do that yet. So I've looked around, I can't find it. Maybe this is it. Live on end trigger. Layer variant. I don't know what that means. Live on show start. I think I can only have one selected. So what I ended up doing on the last show that you saw me just broadcast for a very short period of time is I select these layers and have them go all on live show. Now, I don't know if you can see this. You might not be able to see it, but right up here on the top. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys can't see my cursor, and I apologize. I do not know how to fix that either, because when you share a screen, for some reason, it doesn't show your cursor. I wish it would. But right here in the middle, I don't know if you see where it's green and it says Start Show. You want to make sure that you click on that when you go live. And you can either choose to have it recorded or not. So you can disable recording and disable that. And then when you go live on Blue Jeans, you hit Start Show. And when you start show, then both of these will play at the same time because you selected for both of those to start at the same time. That's the only way I know for those things to start. And it works if you're going live on Facebook from MimoLive. But again, if you go back to that video that Facebook Live that I did just a minute ago, you'll see that the broadcast started in the middle of that intro. You saw none of those clouds coming in. You just saw about 3 seconds of that intro before it ended, because of course the stream was trying to get started and it didn't start until about 6 seconds into this intro. So until I get that worked out, I don't know, but I'm gonna send obviously a ticket to support and see if they can help me. Mimo support has been pretty good in the past. So just the biggest thing was, remember that if you're gonna have the audience hear the audio from your intro, you need to have that audio in there also, that audio asset. All right. So now let's talk about the iPhone. And I'm just turning on my iPhone here so that it's visible when I go ahead and select it. So you have to plug in your iPhone, right? You plug in your iPhone and connect it using your, the wire that it comes with, and you plug it via USB into your USB port on your computer. Then over here on the plus, you're going to hit plus. On the sources, you're going to look right here where it says iOS device video. You're going to click on that, so now it becomes a source. You're going to double click on it. All right, so now it becomes camera. Here, let me get rid of this so again, so it's not confusing. There. So right now it becomes camera 3 because I had a camera 2 plugged in there before. So right now it's camera. It'll be camera 2 if you don't have another camera in there, but it'll be a camera. All right, and it'll be Andre's iPhone. Andre's my real name in case you're confused. All right, so Andre's iPhone is now a source of video. All right, and the video device is the iPhone. The audio device is the iPhone. All right, so you're going to have both of those things selected. Okay, so now to add that to a layer, you're going to click the plus, and you're going to scroll down and look for the iOS device demo. iOS device demo is the one you want. You don't want the 3D because, I mean, you could, but it's a lot easier for people to see it as a demonstration if you're going to use the iOS demo. You're going to double click on that. And there is the device right here, the iOS device. So right now now it needs to have a source. So right here, you're going to go to display content, and you're going to look for camera 3, which is in this selection. In your case, it may be camera 2, and you're going to select camera 3, and there is your iPhone. So you can see it's very small there. So that's the size of the iPhone right there. All right, if I click on it now, it'll slide in, and there is my iPhone, perfectly scanned. So if I wanted to use it as a demonstration, which is cool, you can see that it's operating there. You may want to have it over here to the left, and if you're going to use it in this profile mode, and you want to click on something, you just click on it, and it should open up. So let me show you where's my app? Let me show you my app there. So there's my app, and everything looks normal. Everything looks good. All right, so that is a good thing. Everything looking the way it's supposed to, because I'm using the iPhone 6 Plus, and it looks exactly the way that I want it to look. All right, but if I turn it sideways, of course, you can't turn it sideways, and that won't adjust. You have to actually manually, over here on the in the settings, is you have to turn it. And where is it? Okay, here it is. So in control, you want to turn it to your left, and then you have to bring it back, and then pump it back out, and now it'll come back out again. Now, as you see, you're going to have to make some adjustments, because remember, when you first set it up, it's going to be set up for that for the not landscape, but for the profile view. And here in the green, you're going to want to rotate it so that it looks normal. All right, so you want to get out of the way, but you see how you still need to make some adjustments here, because you don't see it the way that I see it on my screen. So let me just raise it up. So you see on my screen, it looks normal, but on the screen that you're seeing, it doesn't look that way. So you're going to have to make some adjustments. So over here in the control panel, you're going to have to change some of the appearance. So on the very bottom down here is your appearance, and you're going to have to oh, no, I'm sorry. So sorry. Where is it? Oh no, where'd it go? You have to crop it. Where'd it go? Oh, custom. There we go. All right. So show as goes from iPhone, whatever it was. So let's say iPhone. So iPhone, whatever. Show as iPhone 5. You're going to change it to custom. And when you change to custom, now you get the cropping tools. So now I can crop it the top down to where it fits. I can crop the left so that it fits. I can crop the right so that it fits. Oh, I'm sorry, the bottom. So that's the bottom. You want to make sure that it fits, and you go all the way to 0. Go all the way to 0 there, and then right, you're going to come to 0. And now it looks normal. So you're going to have to decide, at least I would decide early on, whether you're going to have it landscape, or you're going to have it profile in whatever your demonstration is. All right, so you're gonna have to make a decision which way you want it. All right, if you want to use it as your entire screen, you want to make those adjustments early on so that you can use it, if you're going to do a demo with it, so that it fits, and then bring it in that way. So you can now say, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the inside of my app, and let me bring in my phone, and that way you're not looking around it. So I would recommend that you have it all set up, ready to go, and then when it comes in and it just takes over the whole screen. That way it doesn't look odd as part of your face isn't showing and that kind of stuff. And you can make, small adjustments to now show people whatever is you're demonstrating on your phone. Alrighty. And so on the iPad, what I like about having the iPad, and I don't know why it won't connect right now, is that you could actually use a whiteboard and your pencil to use it as a whiteboard. And that would be one of the recommendations I would use. I'm gonna have to figure out why my whiteboard isn't working. And let me see, I thought I had one on my phone. My kids use this phone so often to play games, and now I can't. I've moved stuff around, and now I can't find some of the tools that I use. All right, let me just try to find, oh, here it goes, notable. Let me see if that turns sideways. Nope, it doesn't. I wish it did. Oh, darn. Too bad, so sad. All right, well, it's not allowing me to use it in the way that I like to use it. So yeah, it's just, unfortunately, it's not letting me use it like I use on my iPad. So let me try one more. Let me try one more just to see if I can give you a little bit of a demo here. Gosh darn it, I wish I could get my iPad to work. Making me a little crazy. I was gonna say cray cray. I hang around my kids too much, and I get some of these phrases that I know would make some of you cray cray if I use cray cray. All right. Oh well. Darn. Because I even want to show you how I made that intro. This is not how I made the intro, but there's the audio that I made using Ripple. All right, so sorry. All right, so here's the app. On the lower right-hand corner where it says Intro Mate, can you see it right above the 29 text messages I still haven't read? Do you see what it says right there? And don't pay attention to the 434 voicemail message that I have not listened to yet. Oh, did you see how many emails I have? Which drives 4,372 emails I have not read yet. All right, I just want to get that out of the way. All right, right there where it says Intro Mate. It's a great program. That is what I'm using to create my intros now. It is a great platform to use. It has so many options. Let me don't save. All right, do you see all these? Now it looks odd again because I'm using it in landscape, but these are all the different types of intros you can use. I think it's $2.99, so it's pretty cheap, but you can create so many different ones. I've already created a couple of different ones. Let's see. What's the kitty cat one? I don't like cats, but let's see what the cat one does. Brings in the little cat, starring cat. Oh, cool. I could use that with one of my pictures. All right. So anyway, it's a cool one. You could use it on you. The one that you just saw, this one here, is actually, I just made this in this app, and it's got music to go along with it, which you can't hear because I'm not in MimoLive. But it's simple. It looks cool. It's clean, and it has blue because all my colors that I do are in blue. And it really is a great app for you to use. So, all right, let me stop sharing my screen now that I am done with that. All right, so those are the two things I wanted to show you. I hope that was helpful. I I really, really, really hope that I can get my iPad working, because that whiteboard opportunity or application is great for drawing stuff out. Like Ed Rush likes to use the whiteboard. There's some trainers that like to use white. Brendan Burchard likes to use sticky notes on a piece of paper. I think some of the other guys that I'm sure that you follow along with myself like to use whiteboards. But when my iPad did work, I know that I could have used my whiteboard, but I'm gonna have to find out why it's not liking the iPad Pro. I'm sure it has something to do with the operating system. Just recently got updated, so I'm fairly certain that that has to do with it. But I did just update the operating system on my phone too, so who knows? It's hard to keep up. I give a little bit of leeway to all of our friends that we use for third-party applications and apps and things like that. That it's just so difficult to keep up with all the other stuff that's going on. And the one of the reasons why I went to an Apple is because everything made to work with an Apple is made by Apple. So everything works well together. The hardware and the software being made by the same company makes things work really, really well. The reason I don't use PCs is because individual parts, hardware parts, are made by different companies. All the different software are made by different companies, and they just so often did not work well together. So the only place we see this is, and when we're using an Apple, for us Apple people, is when you're using all these other tools that need to work together. Like Blue Jeans needs to work with MimoLive as your virtual camera, right? And then Blue Jeans needs to read something, that's happening in the browser, which is Chrome, right? And so you have all these things going on. So it's kind of where we see it, and that's where we need some of these things to work together. All right, so I think I covered it all. Those are the two main things I wanted to cover. Did I miss anything, Dean or Jason? If you're still watching, I see that we still have a few people watching. Just let me know. The other thing that I want you guys to really be aware of, and I talk about this from time to time and just forget, is that you sometimes will see two people listed there on the screen that says two people are currently watching. On Falco Canine Academy, where I get more viewers on my live, I will come off a live which says that 5 people were watching, and then as soon as I turn off, it says that 70 people watch the video. And so don't be fooled, all right? Sometimes it may even say 0, and then you end your live broadcast and it says something like like I said, 72 views. And so a lot of people are watching that aren't registering. Now, the reason that happens, at least I know in the past why that happens, because when people are watching on their computers, it doesn't register the same way as if they're watching on their phone. And so just know that happens, and just keep talking. There's people that I know that really are concerned about the number of people that are watching live. That is not that. It can be important, but it's not that important that you need to get all upset and say, oh, there's nobody watching. You need to perform as if the next person that's going to give you $1 million is watching. Another thing that I talked about in the other very, very short broadcast is that my good friend Everett O'Keefe, on a private conversation, which he's probably going to kill me for bringing it up twice now, is that he says, do you think you're going to live too often on Facebook? And my answer was no, but I don't know for sure, because nobody's ever, other than he, has ever said, do you think you're going live too often? But he was, in addition to that, there was this talk in the group that, you were so excited about this app the other day, the app that I was just showing you on my phone, that I was so excited about that app on my phone. He goes, why were you so excited? Big deal, or why was it such a big deal to you? I said, well, listen, one of the strategies that I use is that I interview people about their tools, about their systems, about the products that they are creating. And do you think that they're going to do what it is I want them to do, and that is share our interview with their audience, right? I'm not here necessarily, now I am here, I'm trying to not necessarily impress, but I do want you to have really good information. I want you to be entertained to some level as to what it is I'm doing, because I want you to continue to watch, right? And so I know, like Dean and Jason, I know you guys. And so I know I can have a regular conversation, and I can tell you my honest opinion, the app's okay, right? But if I'm trying to get in front of the app's audience. And the only way that I know that I can do that is if I'm excited about their app. So I truly am excited about my app that I got from Tap. What's it called? See, if you don't know the name, it's really going to be bad. The Tap app, I think it's called. If I'm not excited about their program, just know that I'm excited about it. If I'm not excited about their product and say, wow, this is fantastic, and I don't necessarily want to be entirely fake, but I want to at least have them understand and feel that I really appreciate them coming on, and I appreciate the effort they put into their product, and that and then by doing so, they're going to be way more likely to share my interview with them, if I'm excited about it and sell it to the people that are watching, right? And so there is a level of that. And my answer to, did you really like it? Is it really, maybe you don't interview the products that you don't like, unless you're going to go on. Howard Stern's really good at this, and I bring him a lot. He is a great person to model in regard to the practices that he has in regard to interviewing people. And when he's excited about something, he really is excited about something. If he's interviewing somebody because he wants to really get down and understand why, so if he's interviewing somebody that's a Nazi, which he doesn't do as much as he used to, he would really ask them, like, are you crazy? I mean, why are you speaking this way? And not necessarily those words, but well ahead of time, he doesn't expect them to share everything with their audience when he's putting them down, but they do, right? But he's upfront in saying, I'm going to talk about these things, and he's upfront about what it is, how he feels. But that excitement can be based on what it is you're trying to do with that interview. So what I'm trying to do with the interview of somebody, so I'm going to be interviewing somebody, Travis from Kajabi, and I may be Travis and Kenny, I'm not sure, but I think right now it's going to be Travis. If I go on this interview with Travis and say, you know what, I want to talk to you about Kajabi. I'm really not a fan. I really don't like a lot of the things that it does, and it's not giving me it's not making me the money I thought it was. And my interview is based on that kind of attitude. Do you think they're going to share our interview with their huge audience? No. And so there is a little bit of an aspect of when I'm interviewing people that I want to be excited about it, and I want to give them the feeling that I really like talking to them and I really like their product and would recommend it to my friends and family, right? And so if I do it that way, then the likelihood of them sharing with their audience is higher. Man, did I beat that up or what? So are you doing the show on a Mac? Yes. All I have are Mac and Apple computers. I don't own a PC. I have not been on a PC in 25 years to any extent. On occasion, I have to find a PC to play a DVD because there's some DVDs I get that are videos that come from police cars, and I watch the canine videos because I testify in a lot of court cases. Those only play on PCs because they run off of PC processors inside those patrol cars. And so that's the only type of computer it'll play on. But that's the only time I'm on a PC. I have to ask people to put it in and to get it up and running because I don't know how to do it. So yeah, I've not been on a PC in a very, very long time. One of the things that I have a problem with at the Publish and Profit is when I'm helping somebody is if they have a PC and they're asking me a computer question, I have no clue on how to help them with that. I have to call somebody else over because I do not know Windows in that regard. So, all right. So this went on to a whole nother subject matter, and I apologize for that. So hopefully the content that I wrote about, the getting your iPhone connected and making sure that you have both an audio and video for both your intros so that people can hear what they see has to be on your MimoLive. And to get them to run together, you have to run them as assets that start at the same time at the beginning of your show when you click on that button on MimoLive. All right, so that's it. I'm going to end it now or else I'm going to go on a whole nother subject. Enjoy Super Bowl and the Super Bowl Sunday. Even if you don't like football, enjoy today. And I will see you at the next video. All right, guys and gals that are watching. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye.